I had the gastric sleeve done December 15th of 2020. My surgery weight was 376 and my coming home weight was 380. Okay, I know I gained weight, water retention, fluids in me, yes. Okay, in the 2 week post-op appointment, doctor's office, I weighed 370. So it's only 6 pounds down in 2 weeks. Okay, now it's a little over a month out, and my scale at my house is showing I'm only 16 pounds down. Is that normal, or should I be losing weight faster?
All right, so this person's about a month out and has lost 16 pounds with a starting weight of like 370, 380, so less than 5% total weight loss at around the 1 month mark after a sleeve. This is definitely less than we typically see. Kind of the numbers that I have in my head when I'm seeing patients in the early postoperative period is I want to see about 10% total weight loss, maybe with a sleeve 8% at about the 5-6 week mark, which is where I usually see patients for their second postoperative visit. So this person is definitely losing less weight than we would expect. The cause of this is most likely genetics, and I think this is one of the things that really frustrates me sometimes about sleeves, is that there's more variation in the amount of weight that people lose, and we do see some people who just don't lose that much weight for no fault of their own. They're not eating the wrong thing or not exercising or doing anything wrong. It's just that their genetics are just not, they don't work as well with bariatric surgery, and they don't help you lose all of this weight. So, I think the first thing, and we also know that at about the 2 month mark, we know who's going to lose a lot of weight and who's not. So when we see someone come out of the gates slowly, that often is an indicator of someone who's going to lose less weight. I think another issue here is that the person was 380 pounds. They didn't mention their height, but likely their BMI is in the 50s. They chose a sleeve gastrectomy. So they kind of chose a surgery that drives less weight loss when they should have perhaps chosen a gastric bypass. So, what do we do here now that we're a month out, we're not losing enough weight? I think it really, again, comes down to a competent metabolic evaluation. Make sure there's no medications that you're taking that are causing weight gain. Make sure you're not doing something like drinking fruit juice thinking it's okay it's a good fluid choice when in fact it's loaded with sugar and is going to slow down your weight loss. And make sure that we're doing everything we possibly can to maximize the weight loss. And I think if this person does get 6 months or a year out and has only lost 30, 40, 50 pounds, I think that's the point in time where you would consider something like a SADI procedure or a duodenal switch. I don't offer either of those procedures in my practice, but I think that there is a role in some circumstances for them, and I think this potentially could be one of them. So I think the wonderful thing about a sleeve is that you do have revision options down the road, and you can do things like the SADI or the duodenal switch, which can drive additional weight loss. So I think that, this is someone who should be in close contact with their surgeon, making sure that they're not doing anything that could be unknowingly compromising their weight loss, and potentially, and just recognizing that perhaps your genetics aren't as responsive to surgery as other people are. It's not necessarily something you're doing. So it's probably a little bit of a frustrating answer for this patient to get, but I think it's important to kind of know what you're up against in this situation.